So, you have big goals. You want to build better habits, stay consistent, become more productive, and finally take control of your life. You've imagined the version of yourself who wakes up early, sticks to a routine, gets things done, and steadily moves forward. But there's one frustrating problem: you just can't get yourself to start. It's not like you lack motivation. You know exactly what needs to be done. The to-do list is in your head, the vision is clear, but still, you delay. One day turns into two. A task gets pushed to tomorrow, then the next day, until guilt quietly creeps in. That guilt doesn't just stay there, it grows. It lingers. And over time, it becomes something worse: identity. You stop saying, "I didn't do it today," and start saying, "Maybe I'm just lazy." Chances are, you've given yourself a dozen fresh starts. You've waited for Mondays, for the beginning of a new month, or the start of a new year. You've tried riding waves of motivation, those sudden bursts of energy where everything feels possible, but somehow the cycle keeps repeating itself. You're back to square one. Stuck. Distracted. Overwhelmed. So, what's really going on? It's not that you don't care. It's not even about discipline. It's something more subtle, more invisible, but very real. It's resistance. Not the type of resistance you can overpower with brute force or a perfectly optimized routine. No. It's the kind that builds up slowly, like dust collecting on a machine that hasn't been used in weeks. The longer you wait, the heavier it feels to start. Not because the task is impossible, but because the resistance is. In both psychology and physics, there's a concept called activation energy, the small spark required to move something from rest into motion. It applies to chemical reactions, physical objects, and yes, even your habits. Most of the time, the problem isn't the task itself. It's the invisible wall between you and starting. So, how do you cross that line? Step 1. Lower the bar. Way lower. We often think we need to go all in to make progress. But that mindset builds pressure and resistance. Don't tell yourself you need to read an entire chapter. Just read the first paragraph. Don't aim to clean the whole kitchen. Start by putting away one dish. The point is to make the first step so ridiculously easy that it feels almost silly not to do it. The lower the friction, the more likely you are to begin. And once you begin, you're no longer stuck, you're in motion. That's a win. 2. Use the momentum trick. Set a simple 2-minute timer. That's all. 2 minutes of work. No pressure to continue afterward. Just give your full attention to the task for 120 seconds. Here's the magic: you usually won't stop at 2 minutes. Why? Because action fuels more action. Once you cross the starting line, you tap into momentum, and momentum keeps you going longer than motivation ever could. It's like rolling a ball. The hardest part is the initial push. But once it's moving, it keeps moving. You don't need to build the entire habit today. You just need to take the smallest possible step, right now. Because real progress isn't made through massive leaps, it's made through tiny movements, repeated consistently. As the saying goes, you don't have to run a marathon. Just tie your shoes. Subscribe if you want to build better habits.